Guys, it's your girl Okwe, and um, I just came on here today because I remembered a very funny situation that happened to me while I was a kid. Um, Basically, I've been listening to a lot of like story times and all that on YouTube, and when I tell you like those type of videos are so entertaining, the type of things that people go through these days or in their past, like the type of things that people have gone through and the stories that they have to tell, insane. But basically, I was showering tonight and I was listening to like a story time, and it just made me remember this very interesting thing that happened to me when I was young. Am I the only one that when you're showering you just think of the weirdest like memories type of thing? So I'm that kind of person. I usually just like laugh to myself when I'm showering. That's my time to just like reflect on my life and everything, and the craziest memories just come to mind. But basically, I remember the time when I actually got lost, and I decided, like, you know what, let me share this on my social media and, like, just talk about it. And if anyone has any similar experiences and all that. But basically, this happened around maybe I was like an early teen type of thing. For anyone who doesn't know, I am from a Pentecostal background. I attended Redeemed Christian Church of God. And if you I Redeemed member, you know that there is something called like there's a place called the Redemption Camp where we like go to for Holy Ghost services, which are like monthly services, church services that are held at the camp, which is like the headquarters for the Redeemed Christian Church of God. But yeah, basically, my family and I, like my mom, usually took us as kids to the redemption camp. Whenever they had like special services, they always had services every month, but there were certain times of the year. For instance, I think during Christmas, like December period, August, and I think sometime in March, which is like Children's Holy Ghost. There are like three times in the year where they are special. The services are like really special. I can't remember which one of them it was, but my mom sha took all of us, like me and my siblings, um, for this particular service in the camp. And this usually she like drives to the location, but this time I think she decided to take us to church, and then we board the church bus to go to camp type of thing. She didn't want to drive, so yeah, we went to camp with the church bus. It was very crowded that particular service. I cannot remember what was actually going on, but usually camp is crowded. For those that know, camp is always crowded. So it was crowded, Sha, and the service went on. Beautiful service, beautiful sermon, and all that. When it was now the end of the service, of course, it's time for people to go. And whenever people are leaving camp, anybody again who has been to camp knows how much of a flock it is. Like you can't even see the floor. Literally, people are just flocking around. It is completely covered with people trying to leave the camp and all that. So, of course, when we're going back to the church bus, there's so many people going out as well. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but it was my mom, my siblings, and my cousin that were the ones that came, for the service. Like my cousin was also with us. One of my cousins used to stay with us at that time, and like she was with us also. She came with us to the camp. So we're heading back to the church car, the church bus, and I think my cousin, one of my siblings, and myself, we were talking, and while the others were like a little bit ahead of us. But of course, we're still using our eyes, the corners of our eyes, even in the midst of the crowd, to like know where they were heading and all that. All of a sudden, I don't know what we were talking about that got so interesting to the point where we, all three of us, like lost focus or wasn't paying attention anymore to the point where we now didn't know what turn the everyone else turned, and disappeared from, because at some point we now couldn't see anyone. So we're like, oh my god, like where did they go? And we started to look around the crowd to see if we could find them and all that. I can't. Is it that I didn't? I think I know. I think I mistakenly saw someone else and assumed it was my mom, and then I continued following that person. Like we've continued following that person, not knowing that it wasn't my mom. because I think for me, I was using my mom as like a guide, but ar- along the way, it seems like I got distracted and like started following someone else that looked like my mom, that I assumed was my mom and my siblings, and then realized later on that, oh my god, like it's not actually her. And then at that point, we're lost. So he started freaking out a little bit because, again, like I said, camp is a completely crowded area, crowded, what's it called, assembly. So we're like freaking out, we're like walking around, we're going to different places, different turns. At some point we're considering, going to the front of the stage to like say that we are lost so that they can like call my mom, maybe give somebody her contact. Because I don't even think that time I had a phone. Like, that's how young I was. We didn't have any phone with us to even like call to be like, oh, this is where we are and all that. So yeah, we started to look around, look around, look around, look around, look around, contemplate, contemplate, contemplate. Eventually, we started walking around, and then I think like 30 minutes passed, or like almost 45 minutes. We now eventually found the park that we knew that the church bus was parked in, and we're now excited. So like, and then we now saw one of our church members as well, and he was like, "Oh my god, where have you guys been? We've been looking for you. This person went to look for you as well." Blah blah blah. So we obviously go to the bus. Everybody is like happy that we found the bus because everyone was freaking out. We really scared everyone. My mom was quiet. Anybody who knows my mom is fire fire. So the fact that she was quiet, didn't say anything when we returned, everybody was like hugging us. Oh my god, thank God you guys. Well, what happened? How did you guys lose your way? Blah blah blah. My mom was just silent. I just knew something was coming. I did not know what was coming exactly, but I just knew with her that silence was very loud. But sure, eventually everyone, the other church members begin to flock in, and it's now time for us to go. I kid you not. From camp is in Ibadan Expressway, and anybody who knows how far Ibadan Expressway is from like Lagos, especially like the mainland, knows it's a very long journey. All through that journey from camp to the church, where we would go into my mom's car to go back home, my mom was quiet. She didn't say anything. Me, I just already knew that something was about to happen. I didn't know what was about to happen, so I just kept mute in the bus, didn't say anything to infuriate her and all that, and just we just continued the journey like that to church. We get to church, we leave, we exit the bus, we're going to the car now. My mom still hasn't said anything to us and all that, so we're just like, okay. Sh- And she's greeting she's like saying bye bye to all the other church members, thanking them for like those of them that went to search for us and all that, thanking them. And me, I'm like, okay, maybe she's like loosening up, like nothing is going to happen again. She seems to be in a good mood, just not to like us three that got lost. But she seems to be nice to other people, so I'm like, okay, maybe eventually she'll get over it and all that. So we entered the car and we're heading back home. And I think now at this point she's like kind of talking to my siblings and all that. So I'm like, okay, like she's loosening up, like things are going to be good. Like I don't have anything to worry about. We get to our street, we get into our like compound and everything, and we're getting out of the car. At that point, I think I was talking to one of my siblings, and loosening up and all that. So as soon as I come out of the car, I haven't even blinked. The kind of slap that landed on my face, not just on my face, but like on my face, on my cousin's face, and on my other sibling's face, that was the three of us that were missing. It just was so consecutive. Pow, pow, pow. When I tell you I have never seen stars in my life, that was the first time I saw stars. I always thought that was an exaggeration, but boy, when somebody slap you to the point of seeing stars, believe them. Like when they say they see stars, they actually see stars. I am a witness, a living witness of it. She slapped us immediately, like we didn't even see outside broad daylight before she slapped us through the as we were coming out of the car. And I was just like frozen. We all three of us were just frozen. Like it was quiet. My siblings were quiet. The street was just silent. And then she was like, "Never do that again." And then she walked away. I know you guys are probably going to be like, "Oh my goodness, like, geez, that was too much." But the fact that she did that, I was happy because that her silence was too much. And after she finished slapping us and all that, she was now calm and she now actually started to talk to us. So that slap needed to happen. But when I tell you that it was a crazy experience, from not just, getting lost and everything, but actually like my mom's reaction and then eventually the meltdown in the end, crazy experience. But that is what happened. That's the story of when I did get lost. I hope you guys enjoyed this story, and I would definitely love to hear your own crazy stories as well. If you would like to hear more stories about me and like more funny stories of things that happened to me as a child, let me know in the comments section, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.